Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dancing with the Molecules with me, Patty Alfonso, and the amazing Monica. Gilliam, I think is how you say your last name. Interestingly enough, I've never said it out loud before, so there you go. We are super excited to be with you all here today. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone who is live with us and everyone in the future who will watch this. I wonder what we'll create. I wonder, we actually are super excited about having this conversation. Monica messaged me the other day and we started asking questions about what it was that we could create together. And we both are dancers, very different dancers, and dancers all the while. And we got into this conversation about dancing with the molecules and the gift that dancing has been to us, to our bodies, the ways in which we combine the tools of Access Consciousness, because we're both Access Consciousness certified facilitators, the way that we combine those tools to create more communion with our bodies, to have fun, to create change, to be present with energies. And so we thought we would kind of throw this hangout together and have some fun and ask some questions and share with you guys what we know. So welcome, Monica, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and tell me how to say your last name. And then just share a little bit about you and what you do, and then we'll play.
Yeah. I am Monica Gilliam, so you got it completely correctly, Patty. Yeah. And like you said, I'm an Access Consciousness certified facilitator and also Talk to the Entities facilitator and acupuncturist and dancer and lover of bodies. And I'm presently in New Orleans, where people dance on the streets lots whenever there's a chance. So I get to play around with a bunch of dancing bodies. And, you know, that's kind of these days is dance and play with bodies and consciousness. And, you know, when I messaged you, Patty, I was just really inspired by all it is that I see you creating in the world and choosing in the world. I've been really interested recently in asking questions of myself about, you know, what more is possible, what more can be created in the world, in every moment, wherever we are. And with that, I've been really asking myself to be more present with my life and with my choices and with the world that I would like to create. And so then I got in touch with you, and, you know, this question came up, you know, and for me, that's so much about dancing, the joy of when you just can't keep yourself still, you know, energy of rich worlds around you. And I'm about how to this question of, you know, how to increase and indulge in and expand the joy of being in a body and all that we can touch, both with our body and with our presence. And this diving into dancing with the molecules really delights me. As you can tell, I can't stop moving my hands. I'm already doing it. So that's a little bit about me. I like to play with all of this.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
You know, you were kind of breaking up a little bit, and yet I could still perceive the energy of the word that you're using, and just perceiving that orgasmic energy of being really present with your body and being really present in this reality with your body and enjoying your body. And one of the things that brings me and my body so much joy is dancing. Some of you may know I'm the creator of a Access Consciousness specialty class called Pole Dancing for Consciousness. So that's the way in which I dance. Pole dancing was something that really invited me to awaken the sensations in my body, to awaken to the possibility of dancing with the molecules and moving energy. And Monica and I had been chatting about how, you know, through our life experiences, our bodies can tend to shut down. And I call that like locking up and locking down. Like my body was in total lockdown before I started dancing and before I started using the tools of Access Consciousness. And once I put those two together and I really invited those tools to like open up my body, and I chose to open up my body, there were so many things that I was able to release from my body through dancing. And it's funny because dancing, you know, it's like a judgeable offense sometimes. Like we judge ourselves so much. Like, am I doing it right? Do I look pretty? Am I sexy? Do I have the moves right? Like all this stuff comes up around dancing. But what if dancing could be an invitation to the joy of embodiment? Dancing as a way of enjoying the way your body moves, no matter what that looks like. Maybe it's silly and funny, and maybe it's, you know, dorky and stiff, and whatever it is, what if all of that could be an invitation to joy? And moving the molecules, not just like moving the energy within your body that may be stuck or locked up, but also moving the energy around you. Oh, the train! Moving the energy around you. And I love it. It's what I'm saying is apparently very important. No. Monica, can you say a little bit more about, we had talked about like when we're in a class, like at an Access Consciousness class, and we're sitting and you need to get up and like go to the back of the room and move and dance. And I see you in a lot of classes, you know, moving and like moving your arms and just dancing like you don't care. You're just like, yeah, my body desires to move right now. This is what I'm going to do. So can you talk about like what that is for you? Dealing with, say, like the judgments or the projections that come at you during that time, and what it is that it creates for you and for your body and for the energy of the class when you do that.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Thank you for, that's actually something that has been really sticky for me with the judgments and this self, you know, there's plenty of people who throughout my life and throughout all of our lives tell us to, you know, sit still and be attentive and listen quietly.
I don't know about that.
Right, exactly.
The words I heard the most growing up were shh, stop it, shh.
Right? And, you know, try not to make a scene, or don't pull focus that we're listening to that person. Don't be too distracting. And so when I go to Access classes, you know, I put my stuff in a chair as though I'm going to sit in that chair, but I don't know that I do. And going to the back of the room, it's funny, I have tried to make myself so small and like, don't mind me, I'm just going to wave my arms around. And actually, so far, I have been holding back because I would love to just roll on the floor and jump around. And, you know, there's so much energy moving in those classes as people are talking about, you know, the things that are stuck in their lives, or they're sharing, you know, their questions and their points of view, the ways that they're judging themselves. And my body really perceives a lot of what's going on in other people's bodies. Sitting next to me and they're kind of scrunched up, I start to get a little scrunched up, or I can just sense that, and my body lets me know. And a way for me to let that go is just to start to move it. You know, it's like dancing has been like, you know, it's either dancing or screaming. And I figure dancing is a little bit for everybody else in the class than this screaming. And, you know, that is that after all of these years of dancing, but then also doing a lot of body work, it's like I can really perceive a lot of, you know, when and will. This is totally where language fails me, you know, to try to describe the nuances of all of the body can perceive, you know, sometimes heavy, sometimes light, sometimes all of these different things, and just being present with that. However, like moving, it the energy responds, and it's a to my body, and I am a big of what feels is joyful for the body is yes. Go with that, you know? So, you know, given the choice of sitting still and being good and quiet and listening to a class, or going to the back of the room and just wiggling and moving and getting a sense of release and relief and spaciousness from my body, I'm going to choose what my body is asking for.
Totally. And that's part of one of the things that I really do love about Access Consciousness is that invitation for your body, for you to honor your body and what it is that your body requires. And what I love about watching you, you know, dance in the back of the room is that I can perceive the contribution that is to the class, the contribution that is to moving the energy. And you spoke about it so eloquently, like, you know, we're going to class and we're bringing up all of our stuff and all of our limitations. And you even did, you know, this kind of thing. And this is like the lockdown that I was referring to a few minutes ago. And so, you know, for those of us who are willing to just get up and like move our bodies and do what's required, you know, the contribution that is for you. And I love what you said about, and this is also a thing that we're not really taught in this reality, is our bodies as the sentient beings that they are, they really can perceive as well. They feel what other bodies are feeling. They're aware of what other bodies are feeling. And then we internalize it and lock it in and think that it's ours, or we can choose to be like, okay, who does this belong to? Body, is this ours? Body, are we trying to heal someone? You know, going into question about what it is that we're aware of, and then choosing something different. Whereas like you're choosing, okay, I'm going to get up and go move my body. And for you, it's dancing and moving around the room. For other people, I mean, whatever that may be, for all of you that are listening, is it going for a walk on the beach? Is it going for a hike? My friend Catherine loves to go mountain biking. Like that's the thing that really gets her body moving and going. I love pole dancing, you know. It's different for everyone. All of our bodies are different. They're all going to require something different. And it's really like about being in the question and inviting your body into, you know, what would you like to do? Body. Okay, we're sitting here, we're kind of uncomfortable. What do you require in order for this to be more comfortable, or to have more ease, to have more joy in this particular situation? So yeah, thank you.
Can I jump in really quickly? Okay, so one thing that you were saying that inspires me is like, with the gift of the body, one thing that I really for is how little point of view my body has. An energy that I might say it's like that I might have emotional response to. When I start to move my body, it's flavor, you know. Sometimes, like I was saying before, sometimes it's light and sparkly, and sometimes it's like intense and strong, but neither one is better or worse. They're just different. And so, especially when there are a lot of energies that come up that people have a lot of judgment around, where like they felt stupid for a long time, or it is those different judgments or points of view to my body. It's okay. Whatever it is, to sense it. It's not, you know, I'm still here. I haven't exploded yet. You know, I'm not, nothing has killed this body, nothing that I have perceived in this lifetime. And especially being able to move it, allows it to shift and transform. And I'm so grateful for having a huge point of view. That sometimes my being does have, like, oh, I don't like that, that's yucky. So I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. It's so true. Our bodies function from total consciousness, and you know, consciousness includes everything and judges nothing. And you're reminding me of when I first started pole dancing for consciousness. I remember I was going through something with some friends, or I don't remember exactly what it was, but I do recall choosing a song that sort of invited all of those energies that I was struggling with at the time. And I remember going to class and dancing to this song. And I remember all of the energies that came up that I was trying to suppress, right? So there's this big thing about suppressing energy in this reality, and what you were saying about being really good and perfect and all that. So there's this like suppression that occurs that we lock into our bodies. And so I picked this song, or my body picked this song. My body was like that one. I was like, okay. And I went to dance to this song, and all of this energy that I had suppressed, all of the things that I didn't want to perceive, that I didn't want to feel with my body, just like came up. And I I be this dance that was, first of all, magnificent. Second of all, super healing for me and for what I was going through, and such a release in my body. Like by the time I was over, my body even released tears. Everybody in the class was just like, oh my gosh. My teacher was like, wow, that was amazing. You know, and it was dancing with the molecules. It was moving the energy. It was being really present with my body and with what was going on. And after that dance, like it was done. Like whatever upset I had been creating, whatever I was, you know, it was just gone. I had moved through it with my body. And I do remember one time also at a foundation class with Gary Douglas, and it was in Amsterdam, and he made this, you know, comment that like caught my ear about music and how you can use music to like move through things. And that kind of stuck with me for a long time. And I guess I'm telling you that story, telling everyone that story as an invitation to include your body in everything that is going on in your life, and invite your body to move. Like, body, what would you like to do today? How would you like to move? And just allowing the contribution of that movement to be healing for you and for your body. So yeah, dancing with the molecules. How does it get better than that, you know?
Yeah. I love with the inviting your body to, it's like inviting your body to the party. and asking your body what it is that it would like. I understand, because there are so many ways that you can, many ways that you can stand. It's like remembering that in each moment there's the of this body, the way that you for something could be so fun. Nobody even has to notice how much fun you're having just picking up your pencil, you know? I just the other day, I gave one of my patients this homework, which have fun at least. And, you know, and I could tell that for a moment it was like, well, that sounds great, but I don't know if I have time. And then we were talking about it, and it's like, you know, you look at like a baby discovering their body.
Yeah.
The joy of, you know, like touching something. It is to witness that in a baby. And in time, you know, we all have these bodies, and we can be just as delighted to, you know, some little soft thing, or, you know, sassy way, or whatever it is, you know. So really, this invitation to include your body in the gift of your life. It doesn't have to be handsprings. It can be, you know, sitting in a way that feels good, or playing. Sometimes even I like to play with posture. And I just play with it in a way to see what it does to the people around me, because it's really subtle. I'll just like play around, get a little bit closer, a little bit further away. It's so much fun. I don't even really mean anything by it, but people take it really differently.
Can I just say, one of the things that I actually really love about being around you is the joy that you have with playing with all of those different energies. You've said so many things to me over the time that we've known each other, where it's like, well, how much fun can you have with that? And what if we did this? You're like this mischievous, you know, like, I'm going to play with this energy just for fun and see what it does. And I love that. I love that. When you were talking, just really quick before we move on, but when you were talking about sensation in your body, you know, when I go shopping, like, one of the things that turns my body on the most is the clothes that I wear. And when I go shopping, I shop like this. Like, I look at the rack, and then my hand kind of goes towards something, and the first thing I do is touch it. If it doesn't feel good to my fingers, I just move on. Like, it doesn't really matter what the outfit looks like, or it doesn't matter. If I touch it and it doesn't like make my body go, woo, then I move on. And that's one of the ways in which I have fun and enjoy like the sensations of my body. Because then when I put it on, if it feels good to my touch, and then I put it on and I walk around, my body's like, hey. So that's, you know, for everyone watching, if you're like, I have no idea what these ladies are talking about, joy of embodiment, having fun with your body, you can start simply with the clothes that you wear. Do they excite your body? Do you feel good when you're wearing them? Do they feel good on your skin? When you walk and they're like rustling around your body, does it create a tingle? You know, if you're wearing like itchy, scratchy, tight stuff that isn't comfortable, then is that really yummy and fun for your body? So that's just one tool that you can start with to enjoy your body. So sorry, I interrupted you. What were you going to say, Monica?
No, I'm enjoying this. With the joy of having a body and really looking into dancing with the molecules, I'm like, what is that really? For me, just like you're saying, you know, something, or put on or walking around. It's the way that I like to play with it is that, you know, I am not here with everything, with the lighting and my dog and you and the temperature of the air. And this moment is my partner. And we get to create something together, you know, and I get to listen to everything that's going on around me and choose whatever I would like to choose. So if I'm listening to the temperature of the room and I find it to be a little on a jacket, you know, it's like that. But then also you start to be able to play the energies, play with the energies of your body, play with the energies if you're going to dance, like in a class at the back of the class, come join me. Or whatever it is, or walk down the street, you get to play with the energy around you by listening to it, and that I do see play as experimentation without significance. You know, try something on. Oh, what did that do? Okay, maybe I'll try that again later. Or like, nah, maybe I won't, you know? So just like letting yourself be really present with this whole world that's around you, holding you, touching you, available to have a dialogue with. Mm-hmm. And so just thinking about that community, the space around us, and that dance that we can have of our own joy or whatever it is, our journey, the dance of our journey with the space around us is like, totally. What is possible, you know, how much fun can we have?
Yeah, you know, and I get, when I hear what you're saying, what kind of clicks for me in a totally different way is the way that Gary and Dane talk about the embodiment of this reality, the embodiment of everything around us, enjoying having a body, being with your body, and this entire reality. And I get this is a totally revolutionary conversation. And it's a conversation that we have often in Access Consciousness, which is part of why I love the tool so much. But I was recently, a few weeks ago, at a phenomenal event in New York City with a group of amazing women, all of them experts in their own field, but I was the only Access Consciousness facilitator. And I was there, you know, talking about my work and my book and everything that I be and that I do, and the way that I be with my body, the way that I am with my body. And I could perceive people just like, like the newness of the way that we're talking about being with bodies. And this girl looked over at me and she was like, it's like your body's your best friend. And I was like, yeah, it goes with me everywhere. I never really like thought about it that way. It was just like just who I be with my body, right? I wasn't like this before I started using the tools, but it's just been a journey of rediscovering that sort of communion / you know, relationship with my body. And when she said it, I was like, yeah, it goes with me everywhere. Why wouldn't it be my best friend? Like, if your body was your best friend, how would you treat it? What kind of, you know, how much fun would you like to have with it? And all that. So it just kind of reminded me when you were talking about those couple of things. Yeah, that's all I had. End of thoughts.
End
of random. End of random stream of consciousness.
So happy. I love it. Thank you. I've deeper and deeper into I have how many people come to me with a dislike and a distrust of their body, and how much by the medics that we get, they somehow know more our body and what's right for us and what's wrong for us, and rules about to eat and when you're supposed to eat that don't include asking your body what it would like. And so this topic of befriending your body or acknowledging the support of your body, the friendship that is possible, is like, I could talk forever about it.
Maybe we need to do a part 2.
Let's do part 2. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for the inspiration. Thank you for playing with me, for messaging me and starting this conversation. Thank you everyone who is watching us live at the moment and everyone who will watch in the future. How does it get better than this? What contribution can your body be to your life, to your creations, to more joy in this reality? And what if a dance isn't just a dance? What if you were dancing with the molecules? What if you were changing things? What if you were creating things with every movement, with every step, with every gesture that you do be with your body? I wonder what that sort of shift in awareness would create for you. So thank you, everyone. Monica, do you want to say a couple of goodbyes before we...
Yes. I mean, really simply, I feel like
I think you're frozen. Maybe I'm frozen.
I'm in New Orleans here, so
Yeah.
There's lots of internet problems. It's a third world country here in New Orleans. But thank you all for choosing to watch this. And how much fun can you have with your body? Yeah. That is my question for every day.
Yes.
Thank you.
Awesome. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. We'll see you on the next one or somewhere around the world. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.